Welcome to the Chop Team. I'm your host, Seth the Dart Child.
I'm your host, Twins Inc.
Our show is about two guys and any friends that happen to come over with a topic that we want to chop up.
This is our Barbershop style podcast. We discuss it all. If the fellas at the shop will go in on it, we will. Let's chop it up. We back. Shout out to everyone who's tuned in for the second episode today on Sunday, because we do live recordings on Sunday. So if you listen to this episode on Monday morning at 7 o'clock, just know every Sunday we have a live recording. Sometimes Seth the Dark Child might be remote in his house. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, in most cases, we try to do it, you know, but for like a holiday like Valentine's Day, we may not do it. But about 90% of the time, we're going to have a live recording. So if you want to tune in and be a part of the show, go ahead and go to YouTube, because it's live streaming only on YouTube at 3 p.m. Eastern time on Twins Inc. Just go there. We both here. We're streaming right now. But we're about to get into this one. Seth, how you doing, Seth? How you doing, brother? Hold on, let me give you some level. How you doing, brother?
Oh, bro, I'm great. I'm always happy to be here, be able to do this. Even if the conversation go off the rails, I'm still having a great time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard what it is. So as you see, the title is Keep That Same Energy. So on this conversation today, it may seem like my name is Twins Inc., the Dark Child. But no, it's still Twins Inc. But yeah, today I think I'm gonna have my dark moment today.
Wow. I just want to say something before you get started.
Go ahead, my brother.
I have not to date seen you with this much energy. This is going to be, brother, burn it down. Let's hear it. Go. I can't wait for this ride.
So we're going to start here real quick, right? Because I know some of y'all saw the logo, the icon, the thumbnail I put up with Vanessa Bryan and Meek Mill, right? But before I get into that, I just want to give y'all a little background, right? We did a show on the Chop Team talking about, the attack of black men, right? Now, you got to scroll back in the history and look for it. But what I will do, because I want you to hear the content, I'm going to pin it down in the comment section of this video once I finish recording and upload it, so you can talk about what we talked about. I want to say sometime last year, which is the attack of the black man. So now you have to understand where we're coming from. It is now 2021, right? And last week, you know what I'm saying, Meek Mill had a verse he put out on the song. I don't know if it's a mixtape or an album. Doesn't matter. But he said a line, something about, and whatever, Chopper, and then he said Kobe, right? Yes. Still too soon. It's too fresh for all of us.
Too soon,
Meek. But Meek, he apologized, XYZ, whatever, cool, whatever. The problem I have overall with it is that Miss Vanessa Bryant decided that she was going to go on her social media platform and send Meek Mill a quote about how she didn't like it. And on top of that, she had the nerve to say that I really don't listen to your music, but if you're a fan of Mr. Kobe Bryant, whatever, you could have used something different, that was a little more distasteful, blah, 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 right?
She was quick to correct.
Which I kind of understand a little bit, right? But then, one thing about me, I remember a lot of things that happened in 2020, right? And of course, losing Kobe was a big deal at the beginning of the year, because when Kobe and his daughter passed away on January 26th, 2 days after my birthday. My birthday's January 24th. So on the 26th, Seth the Dark Child came over talking about, hey, you hear about Kobe? I'm like, what?
I know, right?
We actually did a show on it, and it was just, it was somber, it was sad, whatever. You know what I'm saying? On January 26th, when Kobe passed away and his daughter and the people on the planet, all of them, right? Now, less than a month, I don't know if he had his funeral yet, but less than a month later, this lady by the name of Gayle King had an interview with Lisa Leslie, and it was talking about the Lakers and the whole nation, the whole history ever. And Gayle King thought it was okay to bring up the scenario of Kobe Bryant's rape case that happened, right? This man's body is probably not even got bugs on it in the ground. Whatever. I mean, his body is still fresh.
I don't know if that was right.
I know.
I don't know if that was right.
But
Go
still,
ahead,
the point is that people's people still crying. Less than a month, on February 20th of 2020. So Kobe passed on January 26th. and her family and friends, and they're on the plane. On February 20th, less than a month, Ms. Gayle King thought it was okay to bring up his rape allegation that got thrown out, whatever, XYZ.
Mm-hmm. Just threw it on the table.
Threw on the table. And yes, the problem I have with that is this. Miss Vanessa Bryant, where were you at? Where was that same energy? I got you. Where was that same energy going at her saying that blah, 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 I don't appreciate. What was that energy?
Wait. Not just her, not just Miss Bryant. You know, where was anybody's energy? What women said that she was wrong? What women called her on that?
No, nobody.
Not that I'm aware of.
No. And guess who took offense to that, right? Mr. Snoop Dogg.
I remember Snoop taking offense to that.
And
he said something about a dog face or something.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. Because Snoop is from L.A. He a big L.A. team, and Kobe was his biggest fan. I'm sure with Snoop Dogg being as popular that he was, he probably had the opportunity to sit down and kick it with Kobe at least for one time. I'm guaranteed this one time.
At least one.
At least one time, he probably had maybe an hour or so. He sat down and had a conversation with the great Kobe. He probably got a basketball sign, a jersey sign, something hanging up in Snoop's office. So that's probably a big deal because in the day, even though Snoop is a rapper, he still is a fan of basketball. So yeah, Kobe was a big fan. Like honestly, Kobe was probably his Jordan. Because you know what I mean. I mean Jordan's still alive. Jordan's cool, but Jordan's not the people person that you can come up to and touch and have a conversation with him, right? That's all I'm trying to say. But the point I'm trying to make is this. When a black man stepped up and he went off on her, which rightfully so, and he was in his feelings, but the black ladies, women during our time frame,
tore him a new one.
Tore him a new one, talking about, I can't believe you said that to him and all this, and he got dragged. We didn't, but we didn't drag the person who said the comment that started the fight. We didn't drag that person.
We dragged the person who came to his defense.
And honestly, I don't really care how he said it, and he should have said it this way. It doesn't matter.
Nope.
Did we check the person who did it? You can't punch somebody in the face, and after the person gets jacked up, go back to the person like, hey, why did you beat him up? Because he hit me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Self-defense.
So if you whatever.
But either way, we know what we're talking about.
If you didn't swing at me, then you wouldn't be sitting there crying bloody nose.
Basically.
We wouldn't be here. There would be no fights.
Listen, I'm going to just say this.
No, go ahead.
I just want to make sure we understand. I've been in a lot of fights with my friends. Right. Not with my friends, but friends in the vicinity. If you throw a punch at me and I take a punch to the jaw and it's my boys is in the room, guess what? You might not see where that next punch coming from, which is Snoop, because my boys got my back. All right? So, yeah, Snoop defended Kobe because he saw somebody taking a swing at somebody he respected.
Facts.
And he wasn't able to fight back, so Snoop opened his mouth and said something. I'm not saying Snoop right, but they came for Snoop with knives out.
And you know what? And also, like the title, like I said, is Keep That Same Energy. And I'm going to add it later, but it's going to be parentheses. It's going to say women accountability. Because at the end of the day, no woman is keeping other women accountable. Because even in that same scenario where Gayle King said XYZ about Kobe Bryant, even Oprah came and defended her, talking about she's getting death threats and I need y'all to relax and all this stuff coming to her defense.
But she didn't say, girl, you was wrong. She didn't even come out of her mouth.
Didn't even check her, tell her it was wrong. And then, once again, the attack on a black man. Poor Snoop, he had to go on an apology tour, and he apologized like 3 or 4 times to Gayle King based on what she said about a man who passed away in a tragic way and his daughter and everybody in the plane. But where were the women at keeping her accountable for what she said?
Exactly.
And I'm sure it might have happened, but guess what? Who made the news on every platform? Snoop Doggy Dogg. Hey. But yes, he's the one who was on the platform getting dragged to the dirt. He damn near almost got canceled.
Yep.
I mean, for real. I mean, it's part of the reason why he did try to redeem himself. I mean, that's a whole nother topic. But the point I'm trying to make is that I'm giving you facts. I'm giving you an example. He got dragged for that because no other woman kept Gayle accountable. And then guess what? So even when Snoop was getting dragged for his situation that happened, right? What happened next in the same order? poor Snoop Dogg had to go on the red tabletop.
Oh my God! Did they drag him to the red table? They sure did.
They dragged on the red table talk, and it was poor Snoop Dogg on the table with Jada Pinkett, her mama, and the daughter. And poor Snoop was by himself. But at the end of the day, as a man, you stay in your word, X, Y, Z. So he went like a man and he did his thing, right? He could have brought a whole crew to be on the show, right? He could have, but no, he went by himself. And I mean, they verbally beat that man. He had to explain to himself. He had to apologize, and his wife this and my daughter this.
He lost cool points personally.
Right. That's the kind of cool points. I mean, I still love Snoop Dogg, but yeah.
You look like a beat dog right there.
Right. But once again, and I understand. I understand that Gail was offered the same opportunity to come on the show, but she declined it. Right. That's what I heard. Right. Well, if that's the case, if she's not gonna come on the show, then I feel personally Snoop didn't have to come on the show, because if he was willing to come on the show and stand on his word and have this dialogue conversation, and she couldn't, then I believe Snoop shouldn't have been able to. He should have been pressured and forced to come on the show. But no one was keeping them accountable.
Nope.
And once again, in that same order, women keeping other women accountable, right? So right after Snoop did his apology, right, and then that happened, right? A few months later, there was this thing called the entanglement.
Oh, entanglement! Didn't that involve Jada? Wasn't that Jada?
Yeah, it was.
That was Jada. Okay.
So
what happened?
So. And it's crazy how this happened in order. Everything's happening in order, just like that. So the same lady who sat there on national TV on a red table talk, which is a big, huge platform, and pretty much verbal beat Snoop Dogg, almost had him like he was crying on TV. She was on her own show personally, not a few months later, having a conversation talking about how she had an entanglement with another man while she's still in the marriage with her husband, Will Smith.
Go ahead. I just want to add. I just want to say, I don't recall any backlash for that. Did you see anything that was backlash?
If you're watching the show right now, this is why I'm drinking, but it's really I'm sipping tea.
Might as well be tea. Yeah, no, I'm just saying because, I mean, she had an entanglement. She owned up to it. Will had to pull teeth. But I remember seeing some stuff on Facebook comments talking about she's strong and you go girl and love is love, all kind of stuff. I don't remember anybody calling her a cheating hussy.
None of that.
I don't remember nobody calling her that.
No woman was keeping her accountable.
Seemed like that brushed right under the rug as far as I can tell.
Listen, that's the sit down conversation between her and Will. That should never been put on national TV, because that made Will Smith look like the biggest simp of them all.
Yeah, but
go
ahead.
Hold on. You know what I'm saying? But I say this. Will Smith, he may not be an angel, right? He might have his women out there. I mean, he's still Will Smith. At one point, what they said, they had an open relationship, right? But keep this in mind. Even if Will did do something, he didn't do something where he embarrassed his wife on national TV in the world. Not at all. He didn't bring a woman to his house talking about, oh, I'm just helping her out. She's going through a rough time in her life, and all of a sudden she's getting back shots and getting untangled. No, he wasn't doing that. That wasn't the case came out. But Jada did that. She had an entanglement. It came out on national TV. Will Smith now has a permanent meme face that if there's a Super Bowl or NBA championship team and they lose, you got Michael Jordan's face, you got R. Kelly's face, and now you got Will Smith's face too. He is now a national meme because of her entanglement, but no woman on any platform said what she said. No woman kept her accountable for her action and said she was wrong for what she did. We don't care as men. We don't care that at that time frame she didn't feel happy, she didn't felt love, all this stuff. What do y'all women tell us? Why did she talk to her husband? If a man cheat, well, he could have came to me. Why did she didn't come to Jada then? I mean, why she didn't come to Will then? Where's that accountability? Because y'all love to say that. Well, the man, he should have came and talked to his wife and found out why what she didn't do right so we can fix it. Where was that same act? Where was that same energy when Jada was doing what she's doing? Because she got caught up in the entanglement. Like I had the deep voice right there for him.
I see it.
You weren't ready.
You went R. Kelly. Don't channel R. Kelly. He got his own problems.
He does. But listen, Where is the accountability, ladies? Yeah, you put all this information out in the world that you want men to do A, B, and all the way through Z with no problem.
Mm-hmm.
But where's the accountability for the ladies? You have all these TV shows, you have all these things through the whole decades, but nowhere at all are y'all being kept accountable for your action. So when Miss Vanessa Bryant, I still respect her. So when Miss Vanessa Bryant went out there and tried to check him, talking about you should have said X, Y, Z. Listen, Meek is wrong. He's wrong for that. Gail, they both wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Only problem I want is I need that same energy you had against Meek Mill against Gail. Because I'm pretty sure at one point I'm pretty sure outside of her, you had people trying to like not come out of him, but like, oh, we're gonna cancel him. This is gonna hurt his career, all this other stuff. But Gail still is on her national TV show. Was it on Fox or something?
I would not even bother.
I don't even bother. But the point I'm making is he's still on the national TV show with no problem.
Well, let me throw another example out of that double standard, because that's what it basically is.
That's exactly what it is.
So remember, was that Ray Rice?
Go ahead, my brother.
Well,
Go ahead.
Didn't he uppercut the girl unconscious in the elevator?
He gave her the Sharkisa uppercut, and yes, let's be clear, he was wrong.
He was wrong.
2,000%. He was wrong.
Oh, he was so wrong that his whole career went gone. His career was over.
And the man got dragged, and unfortunately, I mean, he deserved it because, one, he lied on it too. That's number one. He lied about it too.
Well, wait. First off, we're not saying nothing's right. We're saying where's the energy. So you had energy for Ray Rice because he did wrong.
Wrong.
And it happened to be in the elevator. But something else happened in the elevator with that lady. I like her, and she's married to that dude.
Oh, Jay-Z?
That one.
Yeah. Because
I did see her sister, Beyonce's sister, attack Jay-Z. It was live. It was on video. I mean, we saw it all. Where was the energy there?
None energy. I mean, she was throwing Hellmakers. She was punching and kicking and everything. Now, of course, this didn't happen last year in 2020, but we just want to give you full examples of the double standard and also keep that same energy that the woman don't do. But where was that energy at when she was trying to knock his head off? Regardless what he did, he might have been wrong, XYZ, I get it. But once again, where was the accountability? Where was the media talking about, Jay-Z, I honor him for not punching her, knocking her head out, XYZ. You know what I'm saying? Because he could have easily just one time they'd been over, but then he know he'd been messed up. Yep. He know as a black man, I got to take this L.
But I didn't see anybody talking about let's take Solange's whatever career she had and throw it out the window.
Not at all.
I don't remember anybody saying she should do jail time for basically assault on video.
Yeah, and then, and they was cheering her on like, you know what? She's right. She was fighting for her sister. Da-da-da-da-da. I get it.
Okay.
But also, there's a problem that I have too. Beyonce, you're accountable. That's your husband.
And I don't remember you saying nothing to your sister about her actions.
I mean, we watched the video a million times. You just sat there and watched. I mean, yeah, you was probably cheering her on in your head, but at the end of the day, that's still your husband, regardless.
Exactly.
So where were you? You could at least say, chill out, step between that. I get it. You're upset. I'm upset too, but you're not going to put your hands on my husband because at the end of the day, whatever we go through, what we go through, we're going to be friends. But you think Jay-Z now is still okay, cool with her? Because let's be real.
When last time you seen them together?
My point exactly. Let's be real. He a husband now. He's a boss. All this good stuff, but he's still a man, and he's still from the street. You think some girl in the hood could run up him and swing and punch him? He don't knock her out, but he know he got more to lose if it did that. See, some of y'all I've been talking to. This is a prime example of the man has more to lose.
Exactly.
Prime example, because if he did open hand slapped her, he'd have been canceled.
Yep. Across
the board. A black man beat up on a woman, doesn't matter if she's white, black, or nothing. He'd have been straight canceled.
It was so bad the bodyguard was scared to move.
Right.
The bodyguard was like, yo, I would normally knock somebody out for doing this, but now I got to pretty much let my boy get beat down because.
Listen. And you think, we joking right here, but that Solange moment probably cost that man his job as security officer.
No, it probably didn't. You know why? Because Jay-Z was like, I understand, bro. We both.
Right.
Next time it happened, you need to knock out that particular camera and then do your job.
Right.
But you can't. But I don't know how you would have Ray Rice to dragging her out the elevator. Listen, it's not right.
Or if anything, at least get in between her. Pitch your big body back to her and let her beat your back up. I don't know. Something like that. But that's all joke aside there. But
where's the energy?
Women, ladies, Beyonce, Where's that same energy at? Because if a man had did that, it'd have been all over for him. Keep that same energy. This is the double standard stuff that we talking about.
I mean, it's all. What about, you remember that lacrosse team?
Hold on. Before you,
okay.
Before you, because I believe you was going somewhere, and I probably threw you off. But
Go ahead.
yes, so Ray Rice did what he did, and it was wrong.
It was wrong. Wrong.
Beyonce also, she was wrong for not intervening, in between that, breaking that up, and no one kept salons accountable for her action. So women are not keeping other women accountable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's even fast forward to 2021, right? A black woman got choked out, beat up, almost left for dead by her white boyfriend or husband.
Wow. Yep.
Right. And the sad part about it, there was no outrage at all.
Yeah, like it didn't even happen.
It didn't even happen. And and in this scenario, I'm not saying it's a woman's fault or a woman should be kept accountable, but I'm trying to give y'all a point here is that when Rice did that, y'all was marching to the streets.
Yeah.
When
this dude whole career went in the cap. This dude can't even be on TV no more.
Exactly. But then when a white guy chokes out a woman, kill her almost, and talk about because she didn't bow out to him, I heard nothing but crickets.
Mm-hmm.
Where's that same energy?
I didn't hear anything on
Where's that same energy?
Major news outlets.
Nothing.
Radio.
Nothing. Hey, Seth, did you remember what you were saying? You remember what you were about to say?
Well, nope.
Okay.
But go ahead, though.
It'll come back to you.
It'll come. Keep going.
So this is also keep that same energy. Yeah, today's that day I'm going in. So keep that same energy. Women need accountability. Here we go.
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter. Where you at in that situation when our poor lady was getting beat up? Where you at? Because, I mean, based on your statement, you support the lives of women, queer folks and all, but you put women in the outline. So are you telling me you're only there to support a woman only if she's a hashtag, is what you're saying? You only support the LGBT community once they're a hashtag only? Because, I mean, she was almost a hashtag, but I didn't see nothing or nowhere about this white guy who damn near killed this black lady because she didn't bow down to him. And I don't care if the dude wasn't on his meds. That's not an excuse. Because if it was a black guy, you'd be all over the place. See, here's the problem that most black men have with Black Lives Matter. And we love the words Black Lives Matter. But the only time y'all show up is only when someone become a hashtag. That's the problem that we have. Why does someone have to be killed and die before you show up? Like, this guy, he had maybe 5 days of TV, maybe 3 days of communication on national TV about what he did, and then it was swept under the rug. That's an example of where I would like to see Black Lives Matter come out there and make sure that man gets dragged to the dirt, make sure he goes to jail, whatever. He can't get a job nowhere. He can't even bag groceries. That's how bad I want him. I want his name so much under the dirt. But women, where were the accountability? Where are all the women at? A woman got beat brutally by a guy who was 6'10", whatever, 300-something pounds, and she got beat up like she was a man. I didn't see no women. I didn't see no outrage. I didn't see no marching. I didn't see nothing from the Black Lives Matter movement. So yes, y'all catch the smoke too. Because you know why? Because the group was created by a bunch of women. Which I don't have a problem with that. But you outlining your mission statement that you care for the lives of women. That's in your statement. And the woman who got beat up and abused was a black woman. What am I missing there?
I don't know.
Help me when I'm at. So where are you at? Crickets. So where are you at? So are you only around when somebody becomes a hashtag? I just need to know. Are you only around? So yes, you get the smoke too, because no one went in on it. I'm going on it. Go ahead, Seth.
Well, once again, it's not just, and once again, keep that same energy. So, because at this point, it's all about accountability. Y'all not helping us out. Remember that Duke lacrosse team that they canceled the whole season and everything because the lady said she raped them?
Right.
Remember how all the boys got in trouble, careers and lives messed up?
Yes.
What happened when she turned around and said she was lying? Because they supported her. Believe all women. We can do this. Turns out she lied the whole time. What happened to her? Did y'all check her? Was she checked? I don't remember her being checked in the media.
Nope. And if it was, it's probably for like a 1 day, maybe 1 hour, because it wasn't plastered on the news. So no, there was no accountability for that.
Exactly. So when we say when I hear keep that same energy, I'm not saying that men aren't doing wrong, because Some of us are. Period. End of the sentence. But when I see women giving other women the benefit of the doubt, regardless of their actions, you make yourselves look bad, because at this point you make us not trust you as a group. I got an anecdotal example, right? So I'm having this conversation with the woman at work, right? And I'm just playing with her, right? It's a contentious conversation, but I'm just playing with her mostly. Her friend came up and was like, "What's going on? You need me to get him? I'll knock his out." Now, she didn't say knock his out, but you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'll dot his out. I'll knock him out. And I'm like, whoa. She started it. Are you willing to knock her out to protect me? She said, nope. Oh. So regardless of the situation, you was prepared to jump in on her side, but now that you know that she was the aggressor in this particular verbal conversation we were having, I'm the one. You not willing to check your girl, because technically, had you attacked me, that still would have been assault. And you would have been assaulting me for her. Why don't you tell her to watch what she's saying? Why don't you tell her to watch what she's doing? But no, you didn't feel any of that. That energy was just reserved for me as a man. Feel me? That's when I hear when you say keep that same energy. That's what needs to be kept. Y'all, if we do wrong, call us on it. You got to hold us accountable, 100. But if you don't call each other, bruh, we just circling the drain. If you letting half of the human race, half of the genders, slide with bad behavior.
Facts. Where's the accountability? And I'm not done yet. There was a football player. His name is.
He said, "I'm not done." Hold on.
Smoke session.
Keep going. Don't forget Brian Banks when you get finished.
All right, do that next. All right. So listen, ladies and gentlemen. So there was a football player who went to Baylor. His name was Sean Oakman. And of course, when this picture hit the internet, you see, Seth, remember him? You may not, but this dude, his body, he's like the Incredible Hulk. That's how big and built he was. He's a big guy. I mean, he was destined to go to the NFL because he was a good NFL player in his prime. But somewhere in between the time frame before he went to college, I don't know the full story, but the thing is this man got accused of rape.
Yeah, that joke is massive.
Right. He got accused of rape. Long story short, all charges got dropped. The lady lied about it. Now, here's the problem. That man was going to go in the NFL. He's probably going to be in the top 10 or top 5 being picked in the NFL as a defensive player. And this man lost millions of dollars because because if you're an NFL player or if you're a college player about to go pro to go to the NFL and you have the words rape or anything accused to you, a woman assault attached to your name before you go pro, you're automatically going to fall off the boards altogether, or you'll drop. So long story short, 2 years later after the fact, cases drop, whatever, now he's pursuing his career. This man now, he can still play, but because he hasn't played in 2 years, the NFL don't want you if you took 2 years off because your young age is your youth time, right? So with that being said, he got to play like an arena football to get even an opportunity to get back into possibly playing NFL. The moral of the story, what I'm saying is that because the lady lied to him, it damn near ruined his life. Now, there's other men out there who actually went to jail and lost their life because of that, but this damn near, he ruined his life because now he's starting from the bottom, working his way up. Meanwhile, he worked hard his whole career to get to college, and he looked at his body. He works hard. But where's the accountability once the charges came out and it dropped and the lady lied about the situation? How come she didn't get dragged through the media? How come she didn't get charges and all that stuff? Where is that same energy? This is the double standard we want to talk about and put out there. If the man does something before even proven guilty, he's dragged through the dirt. A woman does something and goes all the way through, it gets thrown out and gets whispered, slap on the hand, don't do it again. People don't lose their lives because of people lying all the time. But back to the main topic, where's that energy when she lied and find out? Because she ruined a black man's life. So Black Lives Matter, where you at again? So or do you only care about the black man once he's dead? Because, I mean, he didn't die. He's still alive. He's still living. But now his life circumstances have changed because of someone lying. Women, Where's the accountability? Where are you? Y'all should be dragging this. You should be dragging this woman through the street because if you ladies, if you have a son, this could be your son. Don't think because it don't happen to you that you can't. It doesn't impact you. That could be one of your sons. What you gonna do if it's your son?
Exactly.
Keep that same energy. So go ahead. You had one about Brandon Banks?
No, I'm going to throw. You remember Brian Banks?
Brian Banks. Sounds familiar, but go continue.
He was going to the NFL. He got accused of rape. He went to jail for 6 years.
6 years?
Yeah, and she sued the school. She got the young lady got a $6 million settlement from the school, and she spent it. He caught her years after he got out of jail. He caught her on tape admitting to lying. Right? She took this man's future. She took this man's career. Everybody, he was accused of rape. He should be punished. But nobody, after that, nobody held her accountable. They didn't drag her through the streets. You know what I'm saying? Once again, she made a mistake. She was young and dumb, and when she accused him of rape and let him sit in jail for 6 years, she made a mistake. You should forgive her.
Wow, I see it right here. Yes.
Okay.
At age 15 years old, was accused. Wow.
Okay.
Then later she admitted on camera to lying.
Once again, where's the energy? I'm not saying. Once again, nobody's saying there is no villains. There are villains, but sometimes the villain is the person pointing their finger, not the person actually getting the finger pointed at them. And if you're gonna hold us accountable, if you want us to be better, I say we need you to be better. Just keep the same energy.
And also, when you think about everything we're talking about today about keeping the same energy, keeping women accountable, that all plays in the same category in the last topic we talk about when it comes to 2021. Because why would I date somebody or interact with somebody where it can possibly cost my life because there's no accountability on what she does in this relationship?
See? And
if she don't get her way, she can do X, Y, Z. I mean, think about all the men who've been blackmailed because a woman, because you know what I'm saying, he might go pro and I'm not taking with me. Well, if you do this, I'm telling that you did this to me.
Exactly.
And then come to find out, she was lying. She was trying to extort him. But where is the accountability? Where is the woman making sure that she pays for her action? See, y'all want us men to do all these things, but where's the accountability? Who's gonna keep y'all in check? And I don't mean to say check like in check, but who's gonna keep y'all accountable for things that some men shouldn't have to go through? I mean, I had this conversation the other night. Listen, there's more good men who's paying child support, and there's a lot of bad dudes who's not. Because I know these people. I know people who's paying child support. They are good dudes, but their significant other put them on child support. But I know women who didn't put dudes on child support because I'm not gonna do that to him. So the bad dudes can walk away and do X, Y, Z, live their best life, but the good dude is struggling every day. Go ahead, Seth.
You know what? I want to go with a fraternity fraud because there was a law recently that in Tennessee that all men can a man can sue to keep a woman from having an abortion. If you tell me I'm the father, I can tell you can't go get an abortion. So you're gonna have my baby if you tell me I'm pregnant. Which leads to a bigger question though, and we're gonna go with that on paternity fraud, right?
That's a big thing out there.
Yeah, well, it's weird, right? Because they don't really do studies on this. Nobody wants to quantify the data.
Right.
But right now, the common consensus is that 10% of women have committed paternity fraud. That's a guesstimation because they don't compile these numbers.
Right.
But now here's the problem. When people who actually do DNA tests and those paternity tests, there looks like there may be a median average of 26.9% of kids, which is 1 in 4, might be not the father. You're not the father.
Oh wow!
Think about that. Even on Jerry Springer and all that, I'm looking at Wikipedia. Look up paternity fraud on Wikipedia.
Okay.
So I'm just throwing that number out with the median of 26.9. Once again, these numbers are disputed, and nobody's willing to do the calculation to make sure that they are 100% accurate.
I mean, think about it. They're not, because it's going to show the woman being a villain.
Exactly. And once again, these are people who actually got paternity tests. Most people don't.
Right.
You know, but the problem being is that if 1 in 4 paternity tests come back and say you are not the victim, you are not the father, women, y'all talk amongst each other. Y'all know when that man ain't the daddy. Y'all know when that woman just put that baby on somebody, but y'all ain't holding each other accountable. But y'all want to always yell at us. You got to take responsibility for your kid. This your kid. This your kid. Then I go get a paternity test, and there's a 1 in 4 chance I'm not, which is a big number, bruh. 1 in 4% chance that I am not the father. That's women. Y'all got to check each other on that, because we don't know. But you quit to say, all women, take care of your kid, handle your responsibility, do this, do this, do this, do this. Well, is it really my baby? You can't ask that, because there's a lot of laws that say women in England, they made paternity tests illegal for a while. I don't know if that law stood up, but bro, they pretty much outlawed DNA tests. Why? Because you didn't even want to know how many men were being lied on.
Right. Now, Sherry posted in the comments saying they ordered her to pay the money back, but you're right, it could have been more coverage around her. As far as the
they ordered her to pay it back, but they didn't. She didn't go to jail, and she ain't paid it back because she didn't have it to pay back.
But also, that's just one case. But I mean, there's plenty of times where the man find out at birthday 18, oh, he ain't yours,
and you're done.
And there's nothing you can do. Like that one person there may have to they may have to pay the money back, but most cases, no, men don't get that money back.
Wait,
and ain't really men ain't really. Go ahead.
Wait. I'm sorry. I just want to throw this on the table, Sherry, just to make sure we're clear. It doesn't matter what the law said. I didn't say what they made her do. I ain't talking about the court. I'm talking about sisters checking her.
Accountability. There we go.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I haven't seen any YouTube channels with videos talking about how she was wrong and women don't do this. I don't see that.
Oh, you don't see none of that.
So I'm not talking about the law. I'm talking about women checking other women, because society sees women give other women a pass. Y'all turn the other cheek. Ain't nobody checking Jada. Jada committed adultery, and she confessed to adultery on national TV. That's not a moral woman. Is the Red Table Talk still a show?
Yeah, it's still a show.
So she's still doing what she was doing from a moral standpoint, even though she showed herself to be an immoral woman.
That is a fact.
Just checking. So checking each other while y'all still watching her show. Gayle King, what she did to Kobe, that was an immoral act. We didn't like that.
Still have a show.
Why y'all still watching her show? And it ain't men watching. So don't be like, oh, no. It ain't us watching. I didn't even know it. I didn't even know it was still a channel. I don't know what channel it's on. So yeah, it ain't about men checking women. When we say keep the same energy, we talking about you checking each other.
Yes, we need ladies out there that's going to step up to the plate and keep other women accountable. We need women out there that's going to teach other women how to be wives. We need women out there to teach them that, what was you going to say?
Well, I'm just going to say R. Kelly. We don't listen to R. Kelly. What? You can't even buy R. Kelly album.
I mean, he's still on Apple Music.
Yeah, who's buying it? Brothers ain't rushing out to buy no new R. Kelly.
Hey, listen,
we not doing that.
Listen, no one's buying music now. It's all stream. Yeah, when I say you buy the CD, or like, let's be honest, nobody's buying music. They get paid off streams now. So all you gotta do is come on my stream and play it, and they get a percentage on it. But right.
Still, we check each other. We ain't nobody running around talking about Ray Rice deserved to be in the Hall of Fame. He uppercutted a woman and knocked her clean off her feet and then drug her off an elevator. If we never see this dude again, we'd appreciate it.
No one's keeping right. But once again, who's keeping the women accountable?
And that's it. Y'all got the energy, y'all got the smoke. But why it's only aimed at us? Because we got gonads? That don't seem fair.
Listen, like I said earlier. Sorry about that. The man has to do 10 times more than anything in relationship, friendship, business, work at all, right? Mm-hmm. And if you mess up, you get dragged to the dirt.
Drug feet first.
Women mess up, you're not getting dragged at all. Once again, I mean, I'm still waiting for the Black Lives Matter to do something about a black queen getting beat up by a white man in football. And that was on news for a couple of days, and that's it. But like you said, Ray Ross was on TV for a whole month and before and after. And even he spent a whole year doing XYZ. He tried to come back. They was boycotting him. He couldn't even come back and be on a practice squad nowhere. He didn't get no opportunities. But once again, we be very clear. We never said what he did was right. He was all the way wrong. No. So he get exactly what he deserved. The problem is that where is that same energy when it's not a woman? I mean, when it's not a man.
Yeah, because I think Solange should have been locked up. They press charges. You don't have to testify. If in an assault case, the state can choose to press charges. If I got you on videotape punching and attacking somebody, I don't need you to testify. I got a videotape. The state will press charges. They chose not to. Don't seem fair to me. I bet you I bet Ray Rice had to stand in front of a judge. I bet he got charged.
Yeah, he did.
She probably didn't get a mug shot.
Out.
See?
I'm going to look that up right now.
Probably didn't even get arrested for that. Like I say, Chris Brown and Rihanna got into a fight. He got locked up in a mug shot, didn't he? Even though from the story I heard, she threw the first punch. But hey, once again, it's all about that energy. And we're not saying it's right. We saying if you got smoke, if you're gonna throw that smoke, you need to throw it in every direction it need to be thrown. And you don't just give black people a pass for doing bad stuff and then get mad when white people do it. No, wrong is wrong. Also, call it.
Facts. And also, let me add something else, right? Sherry showed a post on her IG story, Miss AKA Body Right. But there was a teacher. I got to look and see where it's at. But there's a teacher somewhere in the world because kids are doing homeschool, right? And this white lady had a class of students. And in her story, election, you heard about it.
I think
she said out her mouth that Breonna Taylor.
Oh, yep. Saw that.
It was her fault that she got killed. Right? So once again, where's the outrage? Of course, she came out with her apology video, but it doesn't matter. Once you said what you had to say, you said it. I don't care about your apology. Where is the lights and cameras? She needs to be dragged through the media. She no longer needs to be a teacher.
She does.
And this happened this month, so guess what? To add more insult to injury. What month is it?
Ain't it Black History Month?
Yes, it still is.
It still is.
So even on our month, we still being disrespected the most in our own month.
Well, I got another disrespect I'm gonna say at the end of the show because it ain't about this, but it was disrespectful.
So you don't wait to the end because you don't want to know.
It ain't about this topic, but it was something disrespectful for Black History Month.
You can bring it up now, but like I said, where is the smoke for this lady? If a guy would have said something about Breonna Taylor, black or white, he'd be dragged to the dirt. And some. There'll be marching, there'll be protesting, there'll be all this stuff. But for some reason, ladies don't keep other ladies accountable.
How many teachers have molested kids? And I mean female, because I just saw a female teacher did it. She did to like 13 or 14 teenage boys.
Right. So
no smoke.
Hold on. Let's change the word, right? Because we say molested, you think of someone being forced on someone. We're talking about the teachers who are having sex with these young teenage boys, right?
If you're under 18.
No, I get it. But no, I agree. But when you say the word molested, people think it's something else. No. Let's talk about the woman who's out there having sex with high school students. And this happens almost at least once a year, if not twice. But it happens once a year somewhere in the world. But where's the accountability?
Where's the smoke?
I mean,
let a male teacher do it, and they'll shut down the whole school district.
Listen, we have one R. Kelly. We have hundreds of teachers sleeping with kids every year.
You can't say male teachers doing it too, because it just ain't that many of us.
I'm just saying though. So yeah, look at them. They're all wrong. I'm not cheering for R. Kelly and that. All I'm saying is that we have one R. Kelly documented that he did what he did. But we have every year there's a new Mrs. Kelly out there who's having sex with kids and getting pregnant, but no one's keeping the woman accountable.
Nope.
These are grown women taking advantage of these young boys, and some women are even getting child support out of it.
So instead of R. Kelly, we can call it Rashida Kelly.
Rashida Kelly. I mean, because some are Karen, so we call them Karen Kellys.
Nah, because Karen's got their own problems.
Well, add that to
and
the
ain't
bucket.
nobody holding Karen's see, we could keep doing this.
No one is keeping Karens. No other women out there is keeping Karens accountable. They run up on men, so men can't really check on how we want to check them because we still men.
Mm-hmm.
But if you see a Karen rolling up on somebody as a woman, that'd be your right way to go to intervene and knock her block off, because we can't do it because you know what? We men. But you don't see women checking those Karens. I mean, there's a few out there, but based on the few that we see and the one we see and people get shot and killed and arrested and dragged out the pools and stuff, it's a higher number.
Well, wait, I want to quantify that. It ain't just that we see one or two, because there's no 100% nothing. Right. But we don't see massive movements against Karens. We see massive movements against the police, but we won't see massive movements against Karens. But Karen's the reason the police get involved the majority of the time.
Oh, say that again.
So what's the problem?
Yeah, the Karen is the reason why there's police brutality.
No, I mean not the reason, but the reason the police show up.
Right. I mean, well,
is
a
Karen
percentage.
Karen has a lot to do with some of these videos we've been watching.
Hold on.
The little kids selling lemonade and water outside the house. Karen called that cop. The family barbecuing at the park. Karen called that cop.
But you know what's funny? People sell Girl Scout cookies all the time, but no one ever calls the cops.
But we get called the cops on for selling water. Okay. And who's calling them? Karens? But I don't see no movement against Karens. You know, that traveling sisterhood got to stop. Y'all ain't playing fair. And then y'all get mad because of, honestly, men, and I'll say this and I'm going to keep saying, the men and women are different. You really, really, really don't want dudes to turn against y'all en masse, because we don't handle our, we're not calling the police. That's the problem. So y'all got to start doing better for us and for yourselves.
And that's true. And listen, I know the dude that was in a relationship with somebody, and of course they're going through a bad separation, whatever. Mm-hmm. But prior to the separation even happening, at one point this lady opened up credit cards using his information without telling him. I mean, they married. Yeah, they married, but when they found out how he did it, it was done fraudulent. My signature wasn't on it. I didn't consider, I didn't even know about it, right? Mm-hmm. But the point I'm trying to make is that once he knew about it, he got it taken care of. But at that one moment, he had an opportunity to press charges on this person. But do men do that? No. We don't want to see a woman locked up, or a woman, or even when, I mean, sometimes we take for a loss. We see, listen,
take an L.
Listen, this probably do someone right now who got caught maybe cheating or whatever, or got in an argument, and this girl went outside and busted up his car. Rocks through it, windows busted, flat tires, jumping on the car. What you gonna do? Nothing. And do the man call the cops? Most cases, no. I mean, think about the lady who threw. Just think about the lady who threw tried to blow up the dude's truck, and she caught on fire too as well.
She got blown. I was proud of her though. She popped back up like it didn't even hurt.
But listen. The only reason she got caught because there's a camera rolling.
Yep. If dude wouldn't have been nosy.
Right. If it wasn't nosy, but the point is this: that happens all the time. That happens a lot. That is a situation that he got caught. You think that's the first car she done busted up and damaged and got away with it? You know why? Because there's no accountability. You think you can go out there and damage someone's car and you gotta live with it. In most cases we do, because we don't call the cops, we don't beat her up. We just like, man, this girl's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all we say, man. She crazy, man. I gotta leave her alone, man. She done messed up my car. Like, you get the guys in the circle start talking about car history. Yeah, she crazy. I mean, listen, I had a girlfriend when I was working at McDonald's back in the day. She had a boyfriend. Yeah, I was flirting with her, but then when I found out she had a boyfriend, I'm like, all right, well, I can't keep shooting my shot because she got a man. So I kept it moving. But she got mad because I started flirting with somebody else. Mm-hmm. You know what this girl did to my car? She didn't keep my car up. I had a black car. It was 2001. I had a brand new 2001 Prism. I mean, it's not a big car, but
it was your car.
It was my car, and it was brand new. I mean, I don't know if people get brand new cars. But, I don't know to me black kids to get brand new cars their second year to graduate high school. But I did. And this girl car, I think she wrote B in my car or whatever. But I didn't know. It's funny because my girlfriend, she got with the McDonald's, get something to eat, and we came. She just did it too because we got in a car. She's like, "You see your car?" I'm like, "Well, what's up?" You need to come look at it. I'm like, "Look at what?"
Wow.
I looked at it. I was like, Wow. And the funny thing is, I knew exactly who did it. I knew exactly who did it. And did I try to beat her up? No. Only thing I try to do, listen, I try hard. I try my best to try to smash her. That's all I tried to do. That's all I wanted to do, get paid. But I wanted to smash her. Like, I was gonna go all the way in. Like, yeah, payback time.
I don't think this story is a good one, but
doesn't matter though. But the point I'm trying to make is that I could easily call the cops.
Yep.
Easily.
Could have punished her by the law.
Could have did whatever I want, but men don't do that.
Nope.
Because we have accountability.
But when she got home and told her girlfriends, I would like to think her girlfriends checked her on that.
Listen, not at all. Funny thing is, I was going before I met my wife. Way before my wife, I was going to marry her best friend's little sister.
Oh.
And they were at the house one time, and I was like, "Hey, go and tell her that I know it's her who keyed my car." She went down there and told her. Came back up. She came out smelling like, yeah, she knows. Like, I know too. I said, I ain't mad at her. It's all good. I understand. But once again, I could have easily went down there in his wreck shop. You know what I'm saying? I could have drove. I know where she lives. I could have went to her house and did X, Y, Z. Not to her, but to her car, her property. But men don't do that because you know why? I have accountability.
And I mean, in the same token, once again, that same energy. If you didn't want me to key up your sister's car, then why it's cool for your sister to have keyed up my car? She should have checked. Did she check her sister?
Of course not.
Did she confront her sister?
Not at all.
She just asked, and then they probably laughed on her way back up the stairs.
Exactly.
Once again, this energy, y'all ain't keeping the same energy. All this, where's the men accountability? We've heard this. What do men have to say in this? Why do men aren't being held responsible? We are held responsible when we lose everything. You think Will Smith didn't want to uppercut Jada Pinkett on TV, on whatever channel or the video? You think he didn't want to break her jaw? But he didn't. Why? Because he would have been held accountable. While she could over there talk about, it just felt so good to be, the entanglement was, and me and Augie, I wish you would cheat on me and then hit me with your pet name for this fool.
Listen, even after that happened, right? You know, Will Smith is still popular. He's still that guy. And he does a lot of, now he's big on social media now. And as he's doing on social media, he was doing something, an invention or whatever, or he's playing around with something. And someone said something about entanglement. He laughed and said, oh, that's a good one, but I got to block you now.
Hey, I got something even worse to say.
Go ahead.
So you know Tiger Woods was just in a car accident.
Yeah, I did.
But you saw what Jada Pinkett posted before the accident.
No.
Well, she had spent all day golfing with Tiger. And now he had a single car accident. I'm like, where's Will? Does he have a good
I ain't fooling with you, man. I'm not fooling with you. I'm not.
But you know
I'm not fooling
I'm
with
not
you.
saying he did it. I'm just saying after this Augie incident, you think y'all need you posting talking about you spending a day with Tiger Woods?
Yeah,
I'll wreck that man car.
Listen, unless y'all doing a movie shoot together, because you know she's an actor. Unless y'all doing a movie and he's in it as a golfer by a different name, that's the only time you need to be around this person alone. Like honestly, like see, no accountability. Not saying they did anything, but it's a simple fact that you can kind of put that together. You can put that out there like, hey, did you know before he crashed, right, that he was out with Tiger Woods? I mean, she was out with Jada Pinkett. Really? And that's, you got a rumor going right there. Because now you can't be like, no, Jada ain't like that. No, actually, Jada is like that.
You lost the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
You are like that.
You are like that.
And so honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, a single car accident on a sunny day. Who does that? Did your brakes fail? I mean, or you under the influence? Honestly, let's be real. Well, let's be 100% right now. A single car accident on a normal street in the middle of a sunny day. You can't even say the roads were slippery. Okay? So for me personally, either you had a vehicle malfunction, maybe your power steering went out, maybe your brake line was cut, I don't know. Or you was under the influence. Because who has a single car accident in the middle of the day? I'm just thinking, like I say, Jada, somebody need to ask some questions, because I'm thinking Will might not have said nothing to her, but he looked real bad. You see the meme?
Oh, listen.
You saw Will meme, you like.
I mean,
I was just playing. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop.
Like I said, even when you speak about the whole Will thing, Will was already famous already for who he was. He is the brand. When you think about the Smiths, you think of Will Smith. Point blank, First Prince of Bel-Air. Parents don't understand all this. Independence Day. At one point, Will Smith was Mr. Independence Day. Every July 4th, he had a new movie drop. Wild Wild West, Men in Black, all that.
I used to look forward to the 4th of July.
4th of July was like Big Will. Like, all right, what Will dropping?
Exactly.
And
good times. Good times.
Imagine if he did took the Matrix role. He regressed and turned that role down. He's like, I can't believe I turned that role down. But anyway, stay on top of there. But the accountability, women, ladies, anyone out there listen. In the future, today, tomorrow, whatever, I need y'all to start putting your minds together with other like-minded ladies so y'all can create your own platform and talk about the accountability and how ladies can be raised and taught better to be wise, be more accountable for the action, and keep other women accountable. Y'all want to sit here and scream and be mad at Kevin Samuel and media tutorial reviews.
Mediocre. Tutorial. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay their flowers because these men are dropping great knowledge. And these are just one man on the platform. There have been ladies on multiple platforms, on big platforms, not YouTube, on bigger platforms that had the platform to make a change in the world. But none of y'all said anything as far as the accountability of a woman. You'll be quick to tell a man what he need to do, what he should do, and men ain't this and men ain't that. But where is the accountability of how ladies, when you go into the marriage, don't look at it as, oh, okay, I'm married. That's it. I got a ring. No, just know you go into this, and y'all both need to keep the same energy y'all had when y'all first got married and during the marriage, and know that regardless of the kids or not, your husband is number one. Husbands, your wives are still number one. Just that simple. Not trying to get too deep here on you, but these are the facts. If you want men and women to stay together, you need accountability on both sides of the party. Women, I don't want to hear no more time about what men will stay around. First off, we said it's plenty of time. You chose to be a mother. That is 100% fact. We taking out all the abused people. And no, we're talking about someone who chose to be a mother. And then now the guy's gone. That is your responsibility. And I say this all the time. I'm going to keep echoing it till it bleeds out your ear that you are the prize. You have more of the risk. You get pregnant. You got to make it through the pregnancy. Black women die 3 to 4 more times than any other woman during pregnancy. So one, you got to make it through the pregnancy. That's number one. Number two, if you get pregnant by a man who's 26 and younger, you don't make $50,000 or higher until you get in your late 30s, like 35 and up. You don't make real good money. You just don't. Some do, but it's a small percentage of men make good money. So if you mess with a dude who's working at Target or McDonald's, or whatever, or customer service jobs to starting out, you're not gonna get much from him. You're just not. And then 3, if he leaves you, guess what? You still got to raise the child. Even if you get child support or not, you still got to work, raise the child, daycare, sports, all these things you still got to do by yourself. So the risk is still all on you. Regardless how you feel, but the man should be around. Yeah, we should be around. We should. But if you mess around with anybody, then that's your fault. You have over 30. I saw something yesterday. Ladies have over 30 plus of birth control to prevent yourself from being pregnant. Accountability, women, accountability. So every time, a man should always be wearing a condom before he goes inside your body. Point blank, period. But on top of that, you need to make sure to protect your body because this is your body too.
Cut down on the number of people you let in there.
Well, that too.
Keep going. Sorry.
So that too. So yeah, like I said, 30 plus birth controls that you can take to prevent yourself from being pregnant. Yeah, there's still 1%, right? It's still 1% out of 99, right? Well, out of 198, I mean, that 1% is very tough. That's like hitting the Powerball. Because if I'm wearing a condom and she's on birth control, 99 plus 99 is 198. So, you got that one slight, percentage, 2%, it can happen. But if y'all both take those precautions, then cool, right? But on top of that, because I hear this a lot too. Oh, you don't know what it does to one's body, thyroids and all this, all that. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I understand. Some birth controls can mess your body up, right? I get that, ladies. Listen, I understand. I agree. Okay. If that's the case, guess what? Don't have sex. That means you shouldn't have sex till you get married then. Just that simple. So if you don't want to stick to the stipulation of make sure you have protecting yourself, then just don't have sex until you get married. Marry before you carry. That's how you fix all this. If you want to fix single mothers, don't have kids until you get married. That's keeping women accountable. I need women to say it because when men say it, y'all don't like how it come from us or how you saying it wrong. Men, we get tone police all the time. See, black men, we can't tell you what we want. So I need another woman who's woman enough to step up to the plate and teach other women things about life. Just that simple. What do you think, Septa? Try it. Am I saying too much wrong? Am I wrong here?
I would like to point out that this is a long way from the topic, but nope. I sign off on everything you just said. Once again, my overall thing to end it is we got to change the culture, and accountability on both sides needs to be taken more as a more real requirement. And that's another word, because I like accountability. It covers a lot, but we need to have a discussion on the word obligation also. Because it's not just accountability. Sometimes you become obligated to do stuff, and when people don't think they have obligations, well, once again, we need to change the culture. So we'll talk. I'll talk about that when I finally write that out. But I co-sign everything you said. We need to we need to hold each other accountable, which is not just checking men when y'all think we doing something and coming with your whole sisterhood of traveling pants. Honestly, when y'all see Solange, and I'm just using these as big big descriptors, but when you all see men getting Me Too, that's fine. They deserved it. Harvey Weinstein deserved what he got with Me Too. But at the same time, what about the women who did false accusations? They need to get some smoke too. That same energy you have for Harvey, you need to have for those accusers who lied. Brian Banks, he went to jail for a rape he didn't commit. You need to have the same smoke for the people who lying that you got for the people who commit the crimes. Otherwise, it's hypocrisy. And that is becoming, it's so obvious now in social media and on television that men can see it, and we just checking out.
And men checking out is like, at this point now, if you look at the numbers, men are not marrying anymore. It's like,
black, and worst part, black men are not marrying. I mean, come on. That's scary looking at those numbers.
It is. And we ain't talking about when somebody leaves. We're talking about they're just not doing it at all.
No, because I got a 1 in 3, I got a 26% chance not to be raising my own children. That paternity test, women, y'all know y'all need to fix that, because no man can lie about being somebody's father. Y'all are the ones at the low end, 10%, which is still 1 in 10. At the high end, 1 in 4. My goodness, brothers, sisters, come on.
And I'll tell you this too: when the man finds out, when most of the men that I see that find out they're no longer the father of the child, they take it the worst.
Because we should talk about that later. But men take our obligations. That's why I don't want to say accountability. I like accountability.
Yeah.
Obligations. Because if we feel like something is our responsibility and our duty, we handle our responsibilities for the most part. That's why black men make the best fathers, because we've been taught to handle our obligations. And well, I'm saying not the best, but we do it. But nah, you can't make a man think he's a father and get this fool to co-sign off on being a dad. You can't give me back my overtime. You can't give me back the nights I lost out of work, the hours I didn't make, the money I spent on. You can't give me back none of that.
But you know what? When I think about it, those things they don't really care about. It's the fact, like, this little girl or boy I've been raising, been calling me daddy every day, and I'm doing everything with raise this child. You taking that away from me.
And the worst part, you took it. Not you ain't taking it away from me. You lied when you gave it to me in the first place. That's the problem. It'd be different if I just, we getting a divorce and my relationship breaking up. That's one thing.
Right.
But you brought somebody else's child in here and told me and convinced me to love somebody else's child from get-go. And that's false.
And what that's going to do to the whole relationship overall is that, one, the husband's the guy, the boyfriend, husband, whoever the guy is, he's broken.
Oh my God.
He's gonna need lifelong therapy because I'm a father. I've been there since day one. I know how it feels to do everything with a child. I take so much joy of being the first one and change to bathe my daughter and change her diaper, and I did it right the first time. Like, that's something that I'll keep me like, listen, I was the first one to change the diaper, and I did it right. The wife, boy, don't do it. You can't. I got it. Because one was going to do everything right, but I did it. And I did it good. But that's something I hold dear to myself. Like, yeah, my daughter, I did it. But once again, you're dealing with a broken man for life. He can't trust no woman after that, and that's your fault. So when you go out there and you mess with these women, and you got a trust issue because you did it. So when people ask, who hurt you? You did.
You did.
You did. You hurt this man. So he don't know how to love again or all that. He don't know how to be open again because you hurt him. Yes. Yeah. So and sometimes, some therapy may work, sometimes don't work. I mean, per the Godfather Kevin Samuel, there's people who've been going through therapy over a year and they still don't got it right. Yeah. So hold on. And second part is this: that child that saw that man as a father, they gonna be traumatized too because all they know is that man. And now, in most cases, the guy might still be in the picture, or he may not be in the picture because he just done with it. He's hurt, whatever. And now that child's gonna grow up not having a father around because apparently the other guy who's the real father, either you do know he ain't shit because he ain't around in the first place.
But you could have abandonment issues, which is worse, just as bad as anything else. Them abandonment issues. Yeah, we should stop. We so far off of where we started.
And no, it's not. It's called Keep That Same Energy, Women Accountability. Don't worry, it's gonna be up there. So when y'all see, you're like, woman accountability, yes. So when they hear all this smoke towards them, they need to understand. And I'm coming from a place of love, right? I really am, because I'm raising a young boy and I'm raising a daughter. I'm raising my daughter how to be a wife. Yes, I'm gonna teach her how to take care of herself. Yes. But I'm also letting her know when you get in a relationship, you have to fight as hard as a man have to fight. He's not required to do everything. I mean, he is required to do everything. But you need to know how to do some things, and he needs something he needs how to do. But when you get to this thing called marriage, it's a partnership. You know what I'm saying? You cannot stand on if you can, only thing you can stand on is the Bible talking about I'm supposed to submit to him and that's it. No, then you're failing as a woman and you're failing as a wife because there's more to it than just that. And even on top of that, half of us are not living the Bible life anyway. So let's be real. It's good to have the foundation on it, but if you're not living every day, you can't base it on it. Because from the dawn of day, men been told X, Y, Z, but who's keeping a woman accountable and talking about, hey, you have to understand that men have feelings. You have to understand he needs you nurturing them. You need to understand that he needs sex. You need to understand that when you tell him no,
we need it.
You need to understand when you tell him no, it does something to him. You need to understand when he stop asking you, you need to either start giving it to him, throwing it at him, whatever, because that's play a role.
Yep, that's where I'm at with obligation.
It is obligation because in the Bible, because everybody want to dibble-dabble out of it, but it states in the Bible that men, submit your body to your wife. Women, submit your body to your man. So you should not be denying each other.
It's an obligation.
You might, you know what I'm saying? You might say, hold on, not right now. Give me like 15 minutes. I'm going to jump in the shower. Cool. But I flat out no because I'm tired, or no because of this, no because of that. No. And also, because I'm all about the smoke today. Ladies, I'm keeping y'all accountable. And you telling me because I carry your child is the end all be all? Let's be honest. I can get any woman out there pregnant if I wanted to, and then carry my child. That's not a super goal. That's not like you're the only woman who can do that. Let's be clear. I'm not trying to sound mean, but when you say that as an argument, well, I'm the one to carry the kids. Do you understand that if no one plants a seed, you'll starve to death? Well, I'm just saying. So what I'm saying? Like, don't put too much power in that I carry the kids. I can go to a donor and somebody carry my own baby for me and then have them. So what is you talking about? But what I'm getting at is that the accountability that the woman needs to have when they get into these relationships, that is both ways. Communication is going to be key. But I think Seth will me chop it up because I've been gone long enough.
No, I'm proud of you, bro. You grinded your gears today. I just want to say one thing that's so off topic, but it hit me because I was do you watch WandaVision?
Oh, I sure do.
Did you watch the after credit scene on the last episode?
I sure did.
Did you see Vision? What color was Vision? You gonna take? He was colored, and on the end of Black History Month, you gonna turn him white. You gonna turn black. You gonna turn Vision white. I'm sorry, that grinded my gear.
I see why you say wait for that one towards the end.
Because it had nothing to do with the topic. But in Black History Month, you gonna take the green and red Vision and turn him white. In Black History Month, you should have waited till next week for this one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. If you feel that the women should not be held accountable for the action, please leave a comment. Please leave an email at DaChopTeam@gmail.com. Or you can go to IG, DaChop Team, as well, and leave a comment, because I love to hear what you have to say about accountability. And if you want to come on the show and discuss what women need to do or what men need to do, we can chop it up, because that's what we do here. It's called DaChop Team for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else before I go last shout outs?
No, I'm good. Listen, ladies, do me a favor also, if you do hear this and think about it, look up the definition for obligation and think about it, because I think we'll be talking about that next week.
Sounds like a plan. Also, I'm going to get a shout out here that I have other shows I'll be on. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, there's an app called Stereo App. It's a free app, but I'll be on the show with my co-host. Well, we're both hosting together, so we're on the same level. But her name is Ms. I Speak Life, and I'm Twin Zing, so you can follow me everything on Twin Zing. But we have good topics almost similar to this, but we got one that we'll be having. Now, she's on vacation right now, so she's living her best life right now. So I don't know about this Monday, but she's still in Vegas. Make sure to bring some money back. Also, she does have a show as well. Same person, Ms. I Speak Live. She has a radio station on this app called Station Head. And it's an app that allows you to be your own radio host. So you can play music, and then in between sessions, you can talk about XYZ, and you can write the music. You can have guests jump on the show. So it's a pretty cool app, but I have to plug in my business owners out there who has things going on. So also, if you want to get plugged in as far as a shout out, as far as your business on this show, send an email at DaChopTeam@gmail.com. And I'd love to plug your business or whatever you have going on. It can be business, it can be clothes, it can be music, whatever. If you want to send something for us to play for you, send it. So that's all I want to put out there, people. Thanks for tuning in today. And I can't wait for this show to drop. And probably not going to drop for a while because I got a lot of episodes pre-planned for the rest of the month. But when this come out, I'm looking for all the smoke. In and out. Later.
Peace, bro.